meeting once every quarter. We'll hold this kind of meeting every quarter just to ensure that everyone is well aligned. We remember our objectives and why we are ambassadors of AFC, and monitor our activities as ambassadors of AFC and see if we're actually meeting our goals and our objectives as ambassadors of AFC. And today, really, the essence of this meeting, I will, okay, let me just take us through the agenda first of all. We'll have introduction. So everyone here, every ambassador online will introduce himself or herself with ambassador in front of the name. So Ambassador Ebere, for example, Ambassador Ebere, and then your surname, the name of your business, and where you are located. If you're in Nigeria, if you are in Ghana, if you're in Kenya, any part of Africa, you should indicate. And then we would run a little performance review. The essence of this item on the agenda is to remind us of our roles and responsibilities as ambassadors. So remember that you were onboarded in March 2024, and you had some, roles have been itemized for us all to, help support the AFC. So we'll remind ourselves those roles and see how we've aligned with those rules, with those expectations. We'll see how we have aligned with them over the years, and we'll see how we can, address the issues that you faced in the course of fulfilling these objectives. We'll receive feedback, the challenges that you faced in meeting this, in trying to, fulfill your objectives as ambassadors, and maybe share some suggestions with AFC to see how we can, overcome these challenges. And then we'll have the future commitment and goal setting. So it's a new year. We have to realign. We have to agree on what we really want to achieve this year. How you can support membership drive, how you can support participation drive for our initiatives as AFC. So all of these will be clearly stated. We would all agree and agree on how best we can track these activities. And then, of course, next steps, announcements, and then we adjourn for the next meeting. So like I said, it has become very, very important for us to remind ourselves of the essence of ambassadorship in AFC and think of how best we can take advantage of the ambassadorship program in AFC. So please, welcome once again. I request your indulgence to please be open, participate, don't be silent, express yourself, and don't hold back. Don't hold back. We want to know how we can provide support in one way or the other, and just to ensure that we are able to achieve our goals for this year. But as we go on, definitely I will share with you what our goals are as AFC for this year, especially as it concerns the membership community. So let's begin with the introduction, one person after the other. Let me see if I can be calling everybody one after the other, or just turn on your microphone, introduce yourself, add ambassador in front of your name, your business name, and what part of Africa are you located?
All right. Hello, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes. All right. My name is Ambassador Samaila Ilya, the CEO of Ahuma Global Nigeria Limited. I'm based in Kaduna, Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, Samaila. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon. Perfectly.
Yeah, I'm Ambassador Adunya Haile, CEO of Adunya Haile Farm PLC, based in Ethiopia. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome, Adunya from Ethiopia.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I am Ambassador Dembo Keda, founder of S&D Farm, located in Gambia.
Good afternoon. Welcome, Dembo from Gambia. Who else? Please, let's move on quickly.
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon. I can hear you.
Okay, my name is Ambassador Sobe Chukwumaika Ifemeje. I'm the MD of Navitas Farm. I'm currently in Uyo, Akwa Ibom, Nigeria. I'm based in Abuja, but I'm in Uyo for the moment, working on the project. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Sube. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is
Good
Ambassador.
afternoon.
I'm the
Good
CEO of
afternoon.
Limited. I'm based in Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, but currently I'm in Lagos. I came to receive an award from Bet Nigeria Fund.
Congratulations, Mitchell.
Thank you. And Tobechuku, I would like to meet you when I come back this weekend. It'll be a privilege.
Oh, that would be
Great.
awesome. I'm in the group. Maybe we could chat from there.
Great. Okay, next. I think I
Hi,
can
good
see.
afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Good afternoon. Hi, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm Ambassador Hobidoro Kuku. I'm based in Akwa Ibom State, and my business name is ID Agri.
Great. So you see what is happening. We have seen two persons based in Akwa Ibom. You can imagine what you can do in Akwa Ibom as AFC ambassadors together. So it's be nice that you both start thinking about it already. Okay, who is next on the list? Who else? I can see Adanne Uche.
Hello, good afternoon. I would apologize. I would have loved to type because I just came into Nigeria, so I'm kind of really tired. My name is
Oh,
Nathaniel Kuchi. I run Addis Agro Processor Limited, and I'm glad to be here. I'm based in Lagos. Thank you.
thank you, Adanne. So sorry. I heard about your trip. Welcome back. Thank God for joining my sis, and I hope you get to rest well. Welcome, Adanne. Okay, on the chat box, I've seen Sakina Sukrat from Morocco. You're welcome, Sakina. Nice to meet you. Do we have any other person? Okay, I think we are good to go. We can proceed. Yes, we are good to go. Thank you all for taking your time to introduce yourselves. Moving on straight to the essence of today's meeting. So, as ambassadors, really, just to remind us of why we were chosen and what was is expected of every ambassador, every AFC ambassador. So you were chosen because of the work you are doing in agri-food in your own country, in your own community. We recognized what you do and we had you onboarded. And then we also looked at your engagement on social media because again, nobody would know what you are capable of doing unless you show it. And you have done well in showing what you do and the impact you are making in the agri-food ecosystem across Africa. So thank you very much. Now, the ambassador program was set up for, one, to help support AFC in driving membership. Now, because we understand that you work with a number of agribusinesses or a number of agripreneurs in your own communities, in your own societies, or you have access to these associations, you have access to a number of stakeholders, we expect that you would refer agripreneurs to join the AFC community. So that is one angle, membership drive. In Uyo, for example, Akwa Ibom, one would expect that you would be able to drive agripreneurs in Uyo that you know that you work with to join the African Food Changemakers. And these agripreneurs, agri-food entrepreneurs, actually, not just farmers. So when we say agripreneurs, people will just think farmers. For agri-food entrepreneurs, farmers, processors, distributors, branding, marketing, packaging, logistics, yeah, that's distributors, agri-tech, financiers, even chefs, restaurant owners. Everybody is welcomed in the AFC community. And we really, really, really hoped and expected that our ambassadors will help us drive membership. Secondly, every initiative that AFC comes up with, our knowledge sharing programs, our meetings, our capacity building programs like the Braze, the Laugh, and all of that, we share with our ambassadors so that they in turn can cascade across all their platforms and networks. That is another expectation from our ambassadors that I like to call participation drive. So that means that when we have programs and we share with you, it will be lovely to see these programs on your social media platforms. It will be lovely to see that you share it in WhatsApp groups, agripreneur WhatsApp groups, agri-food WhatsApp groups, or social media pages that you belong to. So while we are doing our own, communication drive, while we are doing our own promotions, our ambassadors too are helping us to take these details, this information down to even the people we cannot reach. That is another essence of the ambassadorship. So that's the partnership, participation drive. Another essence is to help us promote AFC as a whole. So because you're an ambassador, you represent AFC. Every opportunity you have, you mention AFC, you mention African Food Changemakers. You follow us. I mean, it's taken for granted that you all follow us on social media. It is taken for granted that you all follow us on social media. And from time to time, we make posts about AFC. We make posts about our members. We spotlight our members, okay? And some of you are ambassadors. We have spotlighted you as well. And so when you see this kind of posts on our social media platforms, it will be lovely to have you share this post on your own social media platforms, right? And finally, we also, love to have referrals from you. We all have the image of AFC in our minds, where we want AFC to get to, right? It would be lovely to have our ambassadors share referrals, partnership referrals, that's what I mean. You may have information about an opportunity that to be lovely for AFC to cascade up, in its own community. You can share it with us and we'll share it with the rest of our community members. If you see, when you identify some partners, okay, that would be good for AFC to collaborate with on a number of programs, you can talk to us about it, mention the organization, we can write to them and follow up. So that is on another level, partnership drive, okay? And then one more thing, and this is the last one before we engage the house. Finally, we are also expected to help manage, well, let me not use the word manage, but in some way, to an extent, coordinate or drive participation in the hub. So what does that mean? We have a membership portal that you all are aware of. I take that for granted too, that you all are aware of our membership portal. The membership portal acts like a Facebook, in quotes, where members come there, interact, network, make posts about their projects, about their products. We have the marketplace also. We have a lot of opportunities. So it would have been lovely to have you drive members already members, to make use of the dashboard. And how is that done? One, do we make posts ourselves on the portal? That is one thing. Ambassadors are supposed to be making posts on the portal, on the membership portal, and also come down to the committee. We have the AFC WhatsApp group. Engage in the general WhatsApp group and invite people to make posts, to comment on your posts on the portal. Make interesting posts like you do on other social media platforms. So these are the different expectations of AFC from you. One, membership drive. Two, participation drive. You can call it program participation drive. Three, partnership drive. Four, engagement on the AFC portal and all its resources. Having said that, I would like to, also mention last year, 2024, our target as AFC was to grow up to 7,000 agripreneurs in our community. That was our target, to have 7,000 agripreneurs in our community. However, we ended the year with 5,562 agripreneurs in our community. This year, that target has increased. So we are expected to have we are expected to have 11,000 agripreneurs in the AFC community. As of today, we are just about 6,200. The strategy for this year is to have that pool, okay, programs that will entice people to join the AFC. And if we don't get feedback, support, ideas from our ambassadors, we'll just keep doing things the way we feel is right, okay? For this year, in addition to our First Thursdays program, we have added the agri-funding workshop starting on the 27th of this month. I'm sure you all would have seen that email, in your email boxes, and we'll also share again. The agri-funding workshop is to teach people how to make their businesses eligible to access funding opportunities out there. So there are funding opportunities and people say, we need grants. Okay, great. When we bring opportunities for grants, would you be able to access it? Would you be able to develop documents that will help you be eligible to access these grants? If you see an investment opportunity, would you be able to put your business together to be able to attract an investor? So that is what the agri-funding workshop aims to solve. That's just on one hand. And then there are other tiny little projects here and there that we are cooking up for the community, but we cannot do that without the support of our ambassadors. I want to especially recognize and appreciate Adanne Uche because she's like a huge stakeholder of the AFC. She's always there, and she has facilitated a number of our programs, a number of our sessions without even arguing. One other issue we had was when we started our experience sharing session, we posted on the ambassador platform, ambassador WhatsApp group, calling on ambassadors to choose a topic. The experience sharing session is not even supposed to be moderated by staff. The experience sharing session is supposed to be moderated by ambassadors because you people are the agripreneurs in the field. You people have the first-hand experience. You people are in touch with the changes, with the dynamics in the sector. You know what is happening today. You know what is happening this minute. So who else is best for moderating the experience sharing session on WhatsApp than our ambassadors? But we had complete radio silence, like my boss would like to say. There was complete radio silence. We had just Adanne Uche respond, and she started off the experience sharing session. And since then, we've not gotten any, response from the rest of the ambassadors. So having said this, all of this I have said is just to lead us to self-reflections and have an open discussion right now. It would be nice for everybody here. You turn on your mic when you need to speak, or sorry, put your hand up when you need to speak, and then I would ask you to turn on your mic to tell us how has your experience been as AFC ambassadors, as AFC ambassador. Would you say that you have you brought people, have you introduced new agripreneurs to join the AFC community? Have you really do you post our flyers, our initiatives? Do you share them? Do you attend our programs with people, or you attend alone? We have the first Thursday event that we do every month. Do you even attend, first of all, before I will say, do you bring people to join? So this is a performance review, basically, but just a conversation, an open conversation. Let us see how we can identify the gaps and see Adana that is laughing, or Sobechuku that is laughing. Let's see how we can identify the gaps and see how we can close those gaps and see how we can move forward for 2025. So the floor is open. I can see Sobe's hand is up. Sobe, you have the floor. This is self-reflection. Please tell us, what would you think if you were to rate yourself as an ambassador? What would you say about yourself, about your work as an ambassador in AFC? What are the gaps? What are your, successes? What are the challenges and all of that? Please, Sobe, you can speak.
Okay, thank you so much. This been a self-reflecting. As you're talking, it sounds like preaching, I'm looking as if someone should repent, but but I understand. I actually thank you so much, and all the ambassadors. I must be honest. Maybe let me rate myself. At the first, when I got the appointment, I got excited. I've been in Netherlands where I did research, and I obviously understood what agriculture is. In fact, my interest awoken deeply when I saw the revenue, a country that is the landmass maybe a little bit above Akwa Ibom State, and what they generate in revenue is more than what Nigeria generates in petroleum. So it got me thinking. So when I was selected, in fact, I was excited. Every week I would just be looking out for ASF posts to share in my handles. In my LinkedIn, I have over 6,000 followers, Facebook, already a professional one. So in fact, even on my WhatsApp, I post, I shouldn't have less than 200 views, So it was quite good. People start asking me, what are these guys? Are they owned by government? So well, little I know then, I was able to put up explanation. And good thing there were a number of persons who showed up, especially people who did brace. If you, for some of us who are familiar with it, I did it personally. You know why I laugh when you mentioned Thursday's meeting is you can't sell people what you don't know. Yes, if when we're talking about brace, I was fully involved. Even though we didn't receive our data, were meant to receive data after that, we didn't see it. Some came to me and said, no problem, we'll settle it. We are family. So, but apart from it, what we learned, some are being deployed. Why I'm in New at the moment is we're working on how we can use organic biological element to decompose organic waste to turn them to manure. Some of them came by the essence of learning about carbon sequencing and then using the carbon footprint. And now for those who are familiar with Akwa Ibom State, yeah, they do their waste management well, but what happens in the marketplaces when people know that that fish fingerings, dirt that you're producing, someone else is also looking for it to feed these animals. They will not get the city littered. So now this thing will bring me to a point where expectation I was actually pulling in the light of where I'm looking at it didn't really show up. Maybe my tempo dropped. Yes. From the time I was appointed to almost 6 months, I could rate myself 80, 90. At times Facebook, we always gather all of us. I know Adene is super in her field. So at first, I didn't know she was ambassador, but because of the attention she gave to it, so I always see myself being rated among the first 3, phase 2, but I don't know where my rating now. I don't know if they even still do the rating. Perhaps I don't perform. That's why I don't show up anymore. So there's no week I don't post. And that's when I saw engagement. But I made a few suggestions when we had 3 of our sessions. And I got a bit bad because I wasn't follow up. Yes, there was no follow-up. I told them we have a model we can work with. But, when you're working with public offices, you don't become fully on them, especially politicians we have in Nigeria or even most part of Africa. I mean, one of a group in Ghana and the northern Ghana where they're almost facing similar issues. Policy evaluation was part of my research, and we have it. If government of Nigeria can run with 30% of what AFC have, we shouldn't be looking for food to eat. Yeah, I did an article one time that you go to a town market in Akwa Ibom State and somebody is buying what is produced, not 50 kilometers away from it, as if it's double the amount, as if it was imported. Some people say it's dollar. I thought it's not dollar. That is an exponential increase in our population that is competing for the food we have. And the AFC is championing it. I did it one place in an investment firm, and a lot of people showed interest to sign in. I know the rigorous part, some of them came to me, complained that no mail was sent to them. I tried as much as possible to know what I can follow up with. Some did, maybe others, my bad, maybe I didn't follow up too well, but some will say they applied, they don't get response. I literally follow them. It becomes a bit cumbersome. To be honest, I just let some to slide. So where I got that issue is that I proposed how can we structure AFC to penetrate with people who are decision makers. And Akwa Ibom State, I hear often, I'm using Akwa Ibom now because there's where I visit often, and since this year I've been around and visit Cross River as well. I hear that their governor allows them every Friday for farmers to go. Funny enough, that is the day people used to travel. In fact, on Thursday they travel, and Monday they return. Do you go to a farm? Everybody signed good, but nobody is doing anything. Yes, we have a lot of audio money spent from CBN, from past administration through NISA that went into, I was in Kaduna speaking with man in CBN. He said they spent 13 point something trillion. Government recovered only 1 point something. this administration keep debiting people money for those who borrowed COVID. All of them want to recover what was spent. So the pattern AFC is using should have put these guys alright, but I feel like my proposal wasn't really taken. I said, also, I need to focus on what I want to do. And that really drastically affected me. And two, I supposed to have been posting steadily on our not social media now, maybe on our website, maybe with our products. I got two companies to register with incubation center where they can process palm oil, package it, put in sachet. Some of those items can be displayed there. One person is going to China by 2 weeks time to show part of what he can do with cocoa seeds. Some years ago, not 2 years, 2010, a cocoa about 1 kg was selling for 1,000 something, but today is already 14,000. So in just space of 3 years, it has increased by 1,000%. So we have all these things. Chedo to say that we have international funders who have interest in agriculture, but the challenge is being what are the springboard, what kind of organization can they actually marry with to give it? Because if they keep focusing on government, we already know where the end point is. Unfortunately,
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sobe, for being. No. I really appreciate it. So for on. I really appreciate it. From what you have said, I apologize if it seemed like we ignored your proposal. Did you share an email? Did you send us an email to that regard?
I wouldn't just say an email. We talked just like this. I think I've forgotten her name. He said we will talk about it. Chatted on phone. It seems like the WhatsApp wasn't even connecting.
Okay, great. So I think for us to,
I also did.
So
no response.
Okay. So for moving forward, right? Because I mean, who would share idea and be ignored? Please, we want it. We want the idea. We want your suggestion. So please send us an email. And this is for everybody. If something comes up, if you have an idea, if you have a suggestion, if you have a referral, send us an email on it and we will follow up. We will definitely follow up. Team members, please put our email address on the chat box, both the membership support and the info, so that any of our ambassadors who have something to share with us can easily send it via email. It will help us, because again, it will help us track. And you can hold us accountable. You can hold us, and say, oh, I sent an email on so day for this particular program, and we will definitely track it and follow it up. And then secondly, when you have to engage a group of persons, okay, like you said, you attended a program, we spoke about AFC, and a lot of persons indicated interest to sign up. So when you have to, if you'll be attending a program or an event that you will be speaking and speaking about AFC and all of that, it would be nice to also let us know. Okay, you can also share put that information on the WhatsApp group or still send us an email. If the email feels so if the email makes it official, of course, you are inviting us and informing us ahead that, look, I'm attending this particular program and there's an opportunity for me to speak, and I will use the opportunity to speak about AFC. These are the things we would like to hear. You understand? Because you'll be doing a lot of work as ambassadors and we will not even know. We won't know. It will help us track and see, oh, okay, so Bechuku is helping us, is referring people to us. Bechuku attended this event, spoke about AFC. We would even see if we can attend such an event if it's within proximity. Okay, so it's important that you inform us so that we can also track, we can follow up. And then if there are issues, if anybody reach out to you to say, oh, I can't sign, I'm having issues, please, I know you all are busy. I understand. That is why I'm begging. Please, either you send it via email or via the WhatsApp platform. You can tell us the AFC hotline is on that WhatsApp platform. You can chat with AFC hotline and say, look, these are the people I have referred. These are their phone numbers. Go and reach out to them because I have tried to get them to sign in, but they are still having issues. You are the only one that can help. So go and reach out to them or go and follow them. I mean, you've done the legwork. We shouldn't leave it. We don't have to allow you push. When you have done all of that, you jump onto other important things and hand over to us and we can follow up. So don't do it alone. As ambassadors, don't feel like you are alone on this. You are not alone. Work with us and we can also support each other in one way or the other. So one, when you have to engage with a major community, please communicate with AFC so that we can follow up, so that we can track, so that we can provide support. And then share email. If you have an idea, please share it via email and escalate issues. Let us know if there are issues with the signing up, please, as much as possible. Thank you very much, Sobe, and your feedback is well noted. Idore, before I call on you, we had some ambassadors join us. I can see, please, if you just joined us, we have done the introduction, but if you just joined us, just go on the chat box and introduce yourself, ambassador, your name. Don't just put your name. You're an ambassador, use it. Ambassador, your name, your business name, and the country that you're joining this meeting from. And just a recap before we proceed, what we have done here, what we've been, talking about before you joined, was to remind ourselves about our responsibilities as ambassadors. So we were asked to become, we were onboarded or appointed as ambassadors for a reason, to support the AFC. And we are really not seeing that traction, or maybe we've not been able to find the best way to track activities of ambassadors. So just to remind ourselves, our expectations are in maybe four-pronged. Let me say it's four-pronged. So you have the membership drive. You expect to support us with membership drive. That means invite agripreneurs within your community, within your society, within your region, within your country, your states, to join the AFC community. Our target last year was 7,000. We got 5,562. This year we want to exceed 11,000. We are thinking of even 12 or 15 by God's grace, 1,000. And today we are just at, over 6,200. So we really, really need that support, that push from our ambassadors. And it's important because you all operate in the ecosystem. That is, you are in touch with the grassroots, you are in touch with every level of stakeholder, everybody. So you would really, 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 you are really in the best position to help us drive membership. So that's on one hand. And then participation drive. AFC has a lot of programs that we run, and we share these programs on social media. We share with you as well, so please help us cascade this information, share this information across your networks, across your platforms. And the whole idea is to get them to participate. So we have the BRAZE, the Building Resilience Against Climate and Environmental Shocks. We have the LAF, the Leading African Women in Food Fellowship. We have the SCP programs, the Open Export Series monthly programs. We have the First Thursdays programs that happens every month. And we'll take for granted that our ambassadors attend, even though I know that there are some of our ambassadors that don't attend. But you're supposed to attend. And when you attend, you're also supposed to come with some persons to join. to participate in these programs. So participation drive is also an expectation of AFC. Also, partnership drive. There are a lot of things we want to do. You know, as an organization, no organization can even do anything by themselves. Anyway, everybody thrive on valuable and strategic collaborations. So we really expect as well that our ambassadors refer partners to AFC, partners that AFC can work with to achieve its goals. Send us referrals. We can follow up. We'll do the necessary writings. We'll do the necessary legworks and get it done. And it will be to your own, you know, we'll celebrate you because, I mean, look at what you have actually brought to the AFC. And then finally, community engagement. Our ambassadors are also supposed to help us drive engagement within the community. We have a portal, a membership portal that operates like LinkedIn, Facebook, that we expect members to make posts on those on the platform. Do you make posts? That's the first thing. Before we can say, do you encourage other members to make posts? So these are the things that we expect. You know, the word ambassador means that you are representing AFC in your own community. So the things that AFC as an organization would do, you are doing in your own smaller groups, smaller communities, your societies, your regions, and the likes. Now that I have given that recap, what we are doing right now, one after the other, is to call ambassadors. We are doing a self-reflection, like Sube has taken us through, but we'll try as much as possible to keep it very short. How was your year, the last year? How was the last year for you as an ambassador? Would you say you made impact? Would you say you drove, you know, agripreneurs to join the AFC platform? Would you say you made posts about our programs? That's another thing we expect, that when we make posts on social media, again, it's taken for granted that all of you are following AFC on all social media platforms. And when you say our posts, do you share our posts or do you just walk past? Okay, so this year we need to be intentional. So we need to first of all identify the gaps. As an individual now, you know, as AFC, we are not going to rate you. You would rate yourself. Tell us your past year, how was it? And what were the issues? Why did you fall short? Or were you still up there? You know, just rate yourself, you know, and, you know, tell us how you think you can improve, basically. So the next person I'll be calling is Idorenyi Okuku. Please remember to keep it short so that we don't stay too long in this meeting. Idorenyi, you have the floor.
Okay, good afternoon. So yes, at first, when I joined as ambassador, I used to share everything on my social media. So, and I've like introduced some people to the group, but I recently have not been getting notifications on social medias like Facebook, LinkedIn. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm following many pages. So I would suggest, is there any way like all the ambassadors can be tagged on post by the AFC social media manager? Like when you make a post, you tag the ambassadors, and then from there, we will get the notifications and share.
Thank you, Doreen. Thank you very much. Now, whenever we have a program or anything coming up at all, while we make posts on social media, we also share it on the WhatsApp community. So that you have direct access to it. You can pick it by yourself and make the posts. You understand? So we could consider seeing how we can tag everybody, but you're a number actually. There are a lot of ambassadors, and that's why this session is important. Let us know the ambassadors that are with us. Because we have a lot of ambassadors. We have about 30 something ambassadors, about 39 or so who are ambassadors. Okay. And but we need to see people that are with us, people that are committed, people that are willing to be on this ride with us. And as much as possible on our own part, we'll continue to share information with you. And we share it with you, please share with your own community. The WhatsApp group makes it easy to disseminate this information. When we post this information there in the WhatsApp group, please just carry it and spread it. And please don't stop referring people to join the AFC platform. Please, it's very important. Thank you. Adanne, I saw your hand up. Adanne is still here?
Yes, I did. Okay, so sorry, I'm in another meeting. So what I hear from you, right, is you're making emphasis on reposting, referring AFC posts, right? And like top of my head, so when I talk, sometimes I don't talk about myself or my experience, but I talk based on perception, right? And maybe other people's experience, because I know I'm different, right? But from what I hear from you, I hear post, reshare. What are you doing for AFC? So it will be good, right? Because I see you have a lot of ambassadors. It will be good from your own back end to do like a report, or to do like an analysis, right? Okay, since everybody joined, they became ambassador. What have they done, right? You know it from back end. You don't even need to come and start asking and pushing people. And for me, I believe that if you feel that you're an ambassador and you have gotten you've benefited from AFC, you don't even need to be pushed. That's number one. Number two is what does AFC want? Do you just want people to reshare posts and all that, or do you want a tangible conversation that leads to people joining AFC, right? And yeah, because if you're saying, have you reshared? For one, sometimes I would post or reshare things on my personal page, but on my business page, they are planned, right? They are planned for how we share opportunities, or that we share things that are not particularly our business. So we need to, take a step back, really find out what is it that you want, and put a yardstick. Let's be like smart, smart in this kind of, okay, it needs to be, give us, for example, in this month, 1 month, you need to be able to tell us, did you speak to anybody that is not already an AFC? Have they joined? Okay, for people that are already AFC, are there issues that they are bothering them that they need to be fixed? Because I know that for me, I know a few people that I asked to join, they registered, but they weren't able to join the WhatsApp group, and I sent it to the AFC team. I don't know if that's been resolved, or not. So I think we need to, I know that we want to get the numbers, but we need to be able to know the quality of the people that are in the group, and are they getting benefits? What is it that is a problem, and how can we make it better? That's what is on the top of my head. That's what I wanted. So let it not be like, okay, referring what I hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adanne. Okay, so resharing is just a quarter of our expectations of ambassadors, just a quarter. So let me take it again. First of all, membership drive. Refer members to join the AFC. That's on one hand. On the second hand, push our initiatives out there. Let people know what we are doing. So when we have events, when we have activities, let our ambassadors also be our voices in their own communities. Also, partnership drive. When you have a number of organizations, stakeholders, associations that you think will be of great value to AFC, that you think they can work with AFC to achieve a particular goal, to run a particular project. Say you have an idea that you would want AFC to jump at. We need that. Okay. So you share that information with us. If it's referrals for partnership, you share with us and we follow up, send emails, write letters when we need to, attend meetings, hold meetings, and the likes. Okay. So that's a third. And then community engagement. For instance, you facilitated one of our experience sharing sessions. That is community engagement. And I've seen also that in the marketplace, you have referred people to go and post their products in the marketplace. That's community engagement. I see how you post on marketplace. You try to coordinate when the place gets so hot and all of that. You step in and try to, manage the conflict. It's community engagement. Okay. When you make posts on the membership portal, okay, and then you drive people to participate, to make comments on your post on the membership portal, you are driving people to make use of our resources. It's community engagement, right? And then the social media. Social media is we call it social media influencing. So why do we need to go and look for some kind of people that call themselves influencers anyway, who are not in the agri sector, when we have people who are adding immense value in the agri-food sector, agripreneurs who others listen to, because I know that you are agripreneurs who are very influential in the sector. People listen to you, you speak, people want to learn from you and all of that. Who else is best to share our initiatives? Who else is best to influence for AFC than you? So when I say sharing, resharing, it's just one aspect of it. The social media, that is when you see our posts on social media, please share so that other people will see it as well. But very importantly, membership drive, we need the numbers. Participation drive, we need people to benefit from our programs and knowledge sharing sessions and initiatives. Partnership drive, we want to get new ideas, we want to see new partners we can work with, we want to see who we can collaborate with to achieve our goals and the likes. And then community engagement, we want the community to be active. We don't want it to be dormant. We want it to be active. We want people to be busy. We want people to actually benefit, to identify that these resources exist and they can benefit from. That is a community engagement drive, right? There's something I took from you that we were going to discuss. If you see the screen, it's number 4 on our agenda, goal setting. What are we doing after here? And that is tracking. We need to have a tracking system. So the reason why we're having this conversation here this way is because we've really not been deliberate about tracking your work for AFC. We just leave everything to goodwill. Okay, we have ambassadors, they are doing this for us, they're speaking, but we can't track it, we don't know. Look at what Sobe just shared. He attended an event, he did a research paper, he made a presentation and made reference to AFC. It's something we should celebrate at AFC. So we've not been able to implement this tracking system, and it's something we are taking away from here. We'll have a tracking system for all our ambassadors. And from time to time, we can, track to see the work you are doing. On our own part, we can also reach out to follow up based on this tracking system. So thank you, Adana, for your comments. The next person is Michelle. Michelle Chukudi.
Yeah, thank you very much, AFC. Wow, I think it's a lot of, like Tobena said, preaching is happening today. And I know, there are a lot of us actually who actually sometimes say that we don't have the time. But it's not like we don't have the time. Sometimes we have the time, but one thing or the other will just push us away. Some of us are not social media inclined. We're not like we are not management inclined. We just know how to build ideas, and we know how to get the work done. As ambassadors, I know we have a lot. Even though we on our own have a lot that we are doing. I know actually I've been doing so many projects in our home state, coupled to where we signed the partnership with the University of Uyo last year. And the project will be starting this year is an agricultural project, the 5-hectare project for food and crop cultivation for our product and all that. Also doing a lot. And I think, as you mentioned, I think these meetings, such kind of meetings should also be used as a measure of checkmating our activities as ambassadors, because most of us are busy, and it's not like we're busy outside African food chain makers. No, we can create time for it and all that. All this will help us align. If there's a system that can be put in place, like you just displayed, ambassadors and all these checkmating tactics, it will help us to, throw a timeline to us as an ambassadors, help us achieve one or two things, be a reminder in the space, because sometimes we forget. It's not like we don't have, we have our mind there, but sometimes we forget. Being an ambassador, you have to play a role. It's an opportunity for you to serve the community and become of use in the agricultural space. We have a lot we have achieved in the agricultural space over the years since we became an ambassador. But sometimes, I know I tag some of my posts and I put African food chain makers on it. I do all that all the time. But there's a lot that still has to be done to preach about the activities and the opportunities that can still come out for other agricultural innovators in Nigeria through the platform. And I think with this checkmating tactics and strategy, we all have to also see how we could come up with ways of talking and bringing up ideas on how we can do, like you mentioned, 2 people are in New York. I never knew that there's an ambassador in the African food chain makers that is from Akwa Ibom State. I never knew until today, actually. And this is because of this kind of town hall meeting like this. If it comes up often, we have projects we are planning, so people will know, okay, you're having a breakdown project. I would like to be there as an African food chain maker. Like, let me mention a little bit. We are starting the project with Unio by March. Once the rain starts falling, the 5-hectare project, we are starting with 2 hectares, plantain, banana, and pineapple. And the Vice Chancellor of Unio has advised that we'll do a groundbreaking event. So now that I know that I have an African food chain maker in the house, I still also would love to invite all of them that are available for that event to see the progress we are making in the agricultural sector, starting from Akwa Ibom State and all that. And also we invite ourselves and also meet physically, because that's another thing that will encourage us, to come up with ideas and innovations that could drive the agricultural sector, specifically in Akwa Ibom State, with, programs like we are doing with the University of Uyo. We are going to be training 500 youths in 5 years, 100 each year, on different agricultural products and practices. So we are going to be giving them seed to cultivate, and they are all coming from different secondary schools. So we are looking at how we can mass produce food and become an off-taker from these schools when they start harvesting, because we will train these youths directly from the University of Uyo farms. It's a project we have been working on for the past 1 year, and we thank God that it's becoming a fruitful for us. And in, bringing African food chain makers in such kind of events is really going to speak of loud and things that is laudable of what we are doing in the agricultural sector, and helping ourselves to learn from each other and see how we can manage the process by knowing what we don't know from ourselves. And I think it's very important also to also leverage on meeting one of, as we've known that there are few people in Akwa Ibom State, and also try to a visit. Plan to also pay visits to neighboring states that we had African filmmakers based on. Sorry for the noise. Sorry for the noise.
Okay, so Mitchell, thank you so much. I resonate with what you have just said. And please, this goes to everybody. Share your stories with AFC. This is a good thing. This is a huge, work that you're about to embark on in Uyo. If we hadn't done this, would AFC had known? Would we have known? We wouldn't have known. So please share this information with us. Please let us tell the stories. Even when you share this information with us, even AFC would help promote it. We want to sing about our people. That is the essence of AFC anyway, changing narratives. We want to be able to tell the story of African agripreneurs to the world. Let the world see the work African agripreneurs are doing. Do you understand? So don't keep this when you are embarking on a huge project like this. Any project, huge, small, there's no small project, no small project. So any project you're embarking on and you need it out there, please let us know so that we can also join you in promoting. This is something that we want to have on our page, for example. We want to tell the world, we want to share this in our newsletters, we want to tell people what our AFC ambassadors are doing in their own community. So Mitchell, please, after this, share information about this, your project via email. If you have pictures, share pictures as well, so that we can see how we can also promote it on our end. And yes, lovely. Meet up with our members in Uyo and get them to be part of this program as well. So thank you very much. Quickly, Prince Joel. Quickly, so that we can move forward.
Well, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Let me start by thanking the AFC team for all
Sorry,
the
sorry to cut you, Prince Joel. After you, I would like to hear from ambassadors from other parts of Africa. Dembo is here from Gambia. I'd like to hear from where's our Ethiopian brother here? But we'd just like to hear from everybody. Philemon, we'd like to hear from you. So just get ready. We want to see how you can, help us drive AFC in your own countries, in your own region. So just get ready, please. I saw Drisa. Drisa came in. I wonder if he's still here. It looks like he stepped out. But okay, so you have the floor, Prince Joel.
Okay, thank you. I was saying thank you to the AFC team for all the impact, amazing work you guys are doing. The concept of this ambassadorial town hall, bringing stakeholders from across Africa is very commendable. And I just want to say a big thank you. And so for me, I think when I was appointed, I updated that information across my platforms on LinkedIn, Facebook, as well as even on my WhatsApp status, it was updated. And most of the posts that I do, I try to hashtag the AFC Hub. I've also tried to recommend high-value individuals from the United Nations. I think I saw that there was this lady I recommended who is also now a member of the AFC. She works with the World Food Program. The other high network individuals that I recommended as well, I believe that they've joined. I have that record as well. And then we talked about, in the last town hall meeting, we talked about farm visit, which I knew that happened last year. I was called for a farm engagement. But I think by the time the team finished with other farms somewhere in Nasarawa State, by the time they got to seeing me, it was already late. And they had to call. Unfortunately, we couldn't meet. And so that farm visit didn't work. But I was aware that farm visits were done in some places, which was very commendable. But sometimes, like some of the members have said, over 10,000, 50,000 messages drop on us almost every day. Social media, the internet. As soon as your network is coming on, messages are just coming. And so sometimes you start looking for very high value informations that would need your attention. So AFC, we just have to do something where the informations are not coming like spam to us, but they are highly engaging so that you prioritize them. So we just have to create a way around that. You went ahead to readdress the mandate of the AFC, which has to do with membership drive. I saw partnership drive, which I just want to quickly ask a question. Is there a framework for this kind of partnership? Because yesterday I was at Trade and Investment, met with the director for Nigeria Industry Revolution Plan, where I also mentioned that I'm ambassador, and we're doing some things there. So if there's a framework for partnerships, so let's have that framework so that we know, okay, what will be the role of AFC? What is going to be our role? Are they reward systems, cash and non-cash reward systems? So people can, if I'm putting my time into this, what is coming out for me? And then participation drive. Of course, we'll try to scale that up again, maybe be more intentional with that. So, but that's what I just want to say. On a scale of 1 to 10, I will give myself 6% on in terms of my engagements in recent time. So thank you very much.
So much. Thank you so much, Prince Joel. Please, after this session, share with us the record of the high-profile individuals you have, referred to AFC so that we can follow up. Imagine you have somebody from the WFP, right?
Right.
And we need that information, please. So if there are people like that you have shared with the AFC, please share that information via that email, so that we can follow up as well, right? Can you do that for us?
Oh, sure.
Thank you very much. And thank you for your suggestion for framework, partnership drive framework. We'll jump on that, okay? And we'll also share that with you. But for now, if you have referrals, you can communicate with us. We can discuss, how everybody can have a win-win on such engagements, okay? While we work on a proper partnership framework for ambassadors, right? I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So if you have anything you think will be of value to AFC, share that with us and let's discuss how we can, take advantage of that. Are we good?
That's great.
Okay, thank you. Now, to our French ambassadors, please, if you are here and you are from any of the French-speaking countries, I would like to see your hand up, if you don't mind. I really hoped to engage with Drissa. Drissa disappeared so far. If you are from any of our French-speaking countries, please let me see your hand up. Oh. Okay. Philemon Mutang. I can see Philemon Mutang here. Can you hear me? Are you there? Adumna Haile Wako. I hope I pronounced it well. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank
I'm
you.
so
Thank
sorry.
you.
Please forgive
Yeah, you
my
pronounced it
my
very much well. And yeah, I'm
okay,
Adunya.
great. Adunya. Okay,
Adunya, yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Adunya.
no
Okay.
worries.
So okay, so at
Philemon is
AFC
standing
we
here.
are very okay, Philemon too. Okay, just hold
Yeah,
on,
I'm
please.
here.
Yes, at AFC we are very, very sensitive to the fact that we're African wide, and we've observed that one of our challenge is trying to engage, agripreneurs from these other countries. Okay, especially because we are here in Nigeria, you understand, and trying to get everybody as much as possible in these countries. And that is why we have ambassadors in these countries to help us take it down as much as possible to areas we cannot reach. Okay. I wanted to speak with any of our ambassadors from a French-speaking country, but I don't know, nobody has indicated yet. It's also a challenge. It's something we are trying to deal with. Okay. So we have events like First Thursday events. We have a workshop coming up and all of that. And oftentimes these events are in English language. And it's looking like we are sidelining a good number of members, of our community members. So we actually need some kind of support. We really need some kind of support in that area. And not just French speaking, really, but every other African country aside Nigeria. You can also recommend, speakers for our event. So maybe what we'll do going forward is to share our, knowledge sharing calendar with you. If there's any of the topics that you think somebody from your country can take care of, somebody that can actually talk, speak, and people will listen and understand, you can reach out to us and we'll follow it up from there. For the French-speaking, agripreneurs, who says we can't have a First Thursday program for our French-speaking agripreneurs, for our French-speaking members or French-speaking audience? Who says we can't have a First Thursday program in French? Who says we can't have a French Thursday program in Portuguese? Who says we can't have a First Thursday program in Arabic? Okay, so these are the things that we really need support from our ambassadors. If we're able to get everybody on the same page and we know what we really need, AFC needs from, that's the essence of this town hall. We tell you what we want, we tell you where we need help, and you tell us how you can, support us. So, who wants to go first? Saliu Bangura, what country are you from?
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. Okay. So after you, I would like Philemon to speak, and then I would also like Adunya. I would also like Adunya to speak, please. Saliu, Philemon, and Adunya, please. Saliu, you have the floor.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Saliu. I'm an entrepreneur on the customer value additions. I train people how to transform into flour, and also they can some confection. One thing that I have learned from my own country is the gender balance. 70% of the women have been sidelined from the agriculture aspect. So I want to call on AFCF, African Food Changemaker, for us to raise an advocacy, how to include women in the agriculture and how we can empower women that have devoted their mind in the agriculture sectors. And we need to sit down and draft some policies which we can advocate to the world, how those peoples can be empowered, particularly the women in the agriculture sectors. And for me, I've started it in my own country. Next month, I have to travel to the provinces to go there and tell them the awareness of agriculture and the rights that women have in participating in the agriculture sectors. For the world not to see that only men that can do well in the agriculture sectors, women have the ability, have the capacity to contribute in the agriculture sectors. So if you give me an audience, this is my own opinion that I would just want to lament for me to allow others to speak.
Thank you so much, Salil. Please, thank you first of all for giving us this detail, and then we'll take it back and see what we can do, how we can develop something for Sierra Leone. However, if you already have a concept, it would be nice that you share with us. If you have data, it would be nice that you share data with us. I mean, when I say data, I mean statistics, trends there in Sierra Leone. Share with us as well. The email address is there. Let us start the conversation. Okay, it would be lovely to see how we can do this there in Sierra Leone. And please don't forget membership drive. I don't know if you've been driving membership there in Sierra Leone for AFC. And if you have referrals that you would love to share with us, organizations we can partner with there in Sierra Leone, we would love to have that so that we can reach out to them and follow up with them, please.
Yes, I can do. And we have SLICAD. It's an organization that empower farmers in Sierra Leone. And we also have the local with the government of Sierra Leone, where we have a forum, and I've started advertising about the about the African Food Changemaker. Don't mind me, I'm also a member of the AFCFTA. That's why I always call that one also. So I've started advocating about it, about the African Food Changemakers. I share our flyers to those platforms, and I'll also try to link you with the head of those institutions for us to get a meeting with them and to discuss further how we can partner, and also we can raise the awareness of the African Food Changemaker in my own country, Sierra Leone.
Okay, thank you so much. So we will follow up with you on this, please. Thank you so much. Philemon.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so would you like to say something? What country are you from, please?
I'm from Nigeria.
Oh, Nigeria. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
one
from
Philemon I
State.
know. Okay. Did you had your hand up, right?
No.
No, okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. All right, so let's not, I think we all understand what's going on. I don't want us to be here for too long so that we can proceed immediately. Please, let's move on to the next item. Very important. While we're doing the performance review, we're also sharing feedback, and with the team has, taken notes of everything that you have shared here. Going forward, number 4, the first item there is assessing willingness to continue. From our engagement here, I figure that everybody here is excited to continue this ambassadorship. I figure that everybody has been charged, to deliver on these expectations. So let us set clear goals and expectations for ourselves. One of the next steps for this meeting, or after this meeting, is to share with you a tracking system that will be developed based on these goals and expectations that we are going to share here and agree upon. And we've already shared feedback strategies, so there's really no need to speak much on that. But what we need to do is to agree on clear goals and expectations based on these items that we have mentioned. Membership drive, that's program participation drive, partnership drive, community engagement, and social media influencing. Beginning with the social media influencing, whenever you make a post that has that, you mention AFC or you share AFC post, tag us so that we can track it on our own side as well. We can see it. When we see it, we'll track it. When you tag us, we'll see what you have posted. And when we see it on our own part too, we can track that this ambassador has posted about AFC. So that is on one hand, social media influencing. And for social media influencing, we would like to see at least 70% of our posts shared on your platforms. But tag us, please, so that we can easily track. 70% of our posts shared on your platforms. Please. We do a lot of changing narrative stories on the AFC platform. It would be good to have fellow agripreneurs share these stories on their platform. We talk about Nigerian food. We try to encourage people to patronize Nigerian products. So when we have this kind of posts, contents on our social media platform, and then we have agripreneurs like yourself sharing this information down to your own, community, you can imagine the impact that it will make, Then for community engagement drive, our experience sharing session holds bi-weekly, every second, or how is it said? Every 2 Wednesdays in a month. So after every 2 weeks, okay? Every 2 weeks, the Wednesday of that week, we hold the experience sharing session. We are going to share a calendar with you. Everybody here that has attended this town hall will be our focus. We're going to share a calendar with you. The calendar has the topics for each experience sharing session, just twice a month. You don't need to take more than, if you can do more than one topic, beautiful. If you can do just one because of your time, beautiful, we'll accept. But take an experience sharing session, please. That way, you also get to relate with other members and encourage them. While you are talking about the experience and based on the topic of the day, you will also seize the opportunity to encourage them to make use of the AFC resources. So we are going to share that calendar with you all. And every AFC ambassador is expected to have at least one topic to moderate for the experience sharing session. When we share that calendar with you, we'll share the modalities for moderating the experience sharing session with you as well. But every ambassador is expected to have at least one topic to moderate for the experience sharing session. And then for using the marketplace and making posts on the membership portal, please. I don't want to impose right now on how regular you should make posts on the portal, because I also understand that everybody is busy. But it would be lovely to have you post at least once in 2 weeks. Once a week, once in 2 weeks, basically. Have you make posts on the membership portal. Make comments on other people's posts. Make posts and product marketplace at least once in 2 weeks, just to drive engagement. So that is for the community engagement drive. Then partnership drive. While we are working on a framework that we'll share with everybody, we would like to have at least 2 referrals. For now. And then when we discuss further, we can now see how we can get everybody actively involved in closing out on these partnership engagements, right? So let every ambassador give us 2 referrals each for partnership. Could be associations, agri-food business association, agri-food association, government organizations, any part of in Africa. It could be organization, it could be development organizations, any stakeholder or organization that you think we can work with and achieve our goals, please share that referral with us. At least 2 from each ambassador. We would love to have this, please. Participation drive. It would be lovely to have every ambassador, please, every ambassador for our first Thursday programs that happens every month, and the agri funding workshop that is beginning on the 27th of this month and would happen every month going forward. Let us have at least, let's say 10 to 15 persons from you. Talk to 10 to 15 persons to attend that event with you. It's free. It's free. Just tell them to join, tell them to register. While you share it on your platforms, beautiful, but identify like 10 persons that you say, come, this thing is happening, you need this thing, you need to attend this activity, you need to attend this event. Come and attend. Okay? Share that with us. And when you do that, when you have 10, if you can identify 10 persons that would attend any of these events, please share with us their details so that we too can follow up and ensure that they attend, okay? So their names and their email addresses, we can follow up with them and ensure that they attend the event. So 10 for everybody, please. And then finally, membership drive this year. This year, like I said earlier on, our target as an organization is to grow up to as much as 15,000 before the end of this year. As much as, if it's 20,000, as much as possible. And while we are looking forward to having a lot of agripreneurs to join us, we would also love to have agripreneurs from other parts of Africa as well. So if you are here, you are not a Nigerian, you're in Gambia, Ethiopia, any part of Africa, Sierra Leone, anywhere, please send people to join the AFC. It is an African-wide organization. So we need, before the end of 2025, let us have, I don't want to mention a number yet, but let us see the much we can do. But whenever you refer somebody to join the AFC platform, the AFC, please also communicate with us. Tell us that you have sent XYZ with this email. This is the person's name, this person's email to join the AFC. Please follow up and we'll follow up. Okay? That way we can track the work you are doing for membership drive. But bear in mind our goal as an organization for this year, 15,000. So if you send 1 person, it's not enough. If you send 10 persons, it's not enough. I would really love that each AFC ambassador focuses on, set a target for his or for himself or herself to onboard at least 20 agripreneurs this year. Each person here, 20 agripreneurs this year, at least maybe between now and the first half of this year, 20 each, and see how we'll grow fast. And then we'll now move again to the next. But I know that we can even do better than 20, but let us see how we can push ourselves, to achieve this. So having said this, even after this meeting, we'll share key takeaways from this meeting with everybody so that we all can know what will be, measured by, so that you don't miss on any of this. Thank you very much for your participation. If you have any comments, kindly share with us. If you have any comments, please let me know. Let me know if you have any comments. Okay, if you don't have any comments, let me just move quickly to announcements. If you see on my screen, we are opening a call for new ambassadors, but now it's different. We want to have specific country and value chain ambassadors because we need to go deep into different countries here in Africa. We need people to coordinate, okay? We need regional ambassadors. Look at Mitchell saying something about Uyo. If we have somebody in Akwa Ibom coordinating people there in Akwa Ibom, coordinating members in Akwa Ibom, you can imagine the impact it will have on the AFC community. We have somebody in Sierra Leone coordinating agripreneurs in Sierra Leone. You can imagine the impact would have. Or we have somebody in a particular value chain, farmers or processors, driving activities. And then when you are in charge of that and you are interacting with a lot of agripreneurs or agri-food entrepreneurs in processing, you can imagine how well you will expand, the much collaborations you'll be exposed to. You can imagine the amount of ideas you will have to share within the community, even for your own business. So we are rolling out this call beginning tonight. This call will go out tonight by God's grace, and we are looking for people who are passionate about Africa's agri-food transformation, looking for impact-driven leaders to champion change in their countries and value chain. So the person must have over 5 years, agri-food experience with industry knowledge. The person must be ready to advocate for positive change and promote AFC initiatives. The person should have strong communication, networking, and social media presence. So this is big. This is ongoing. Now, the thing is, if you're already an ambassador, so it's either or. You can't serve as an ambassador and a country ambassador, okay? But you can either be. So if there's any of you here that would rather be a country ambassador, that you think you have the capacity to coordinate, to mobilize, it's not enough to just be an ambassador, say you're a country ambassador. No, it's not enough. But you can mobilize people in your value chain. You can mobilize people in your state, in your region. You can drive change. You can mobilize these people to drive change, to make impact. You can design programs. You can design initiatives for those people. Okay, you can plan events with those people and so on. The opportunities are really, 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 really vast. A lot of opportunities. If you think it's something that you can do, you are free to apply. But the thing is, it cannot be both, because they are different kinds of expectations from both groups, right? So that is just the announcement for us today. And then the next meeting that we'll be having, based on this tracking system that we'll be creating, we'll be having a next meeting in the next quarter. This information will be shared with us as soon as possible so that we can prepare and track the activities. At that meeting, we'll discuss our activities between today and that meeting. So we have to be very intentional. Referrals, partnership referrals, membership drive, engagement, based on all these metrics that I have shared here and will be shared with you via email. All of these will be measured. And please, for our brothers, members in French-speaking countries, I'll reach out to you. Let us see how we can plan our programs that will suit our people in the French-speaking countries. Let us see how we can be intentional this year. Our first Thursday programs will need speakers that are in French, and we'd love to have you, who is an ambassador, moderate that first Thursday program in French. It would be lovely to have. We'll reach out to you. Please be ready and be willing to listen to us. Thank you very much. Here with me is here also on this call is the operations manager, Ruth Egbe. I don't know if she has something to add to this conversation.
I was not on the Zoom stuff. Oh. Hello? Okay. Hi, Ruth. Can you hear us? Or if you can hear us, please kindly unmute. Okay. I feel maybe she's having some network glitches, but basically, it's a pleasure to have our ambassadors on this call. And just to add to what my colleague Ebe has said, we will definitely follow up with a tracker and also the next step from this meeting. I also like to chip in that we will be having our ambassador newsletters that will be shared with us monthly to give like an update on our progress and also remind us of the activities we have and also the deliverables we expect from your hand as well. So we will be initiating an ambassador newsletter monthly, and we'll be sharing with all our community ambassadors as well. I believe this meeting has been very productive, and if there are no further questions, we would like to. Do you have any questions from anybody so far? If you have suggestion contributions following our discussion, we would appreciate feedback as well.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you all so much for your active participation. Since there are no questions or additions on these notes, I wish everybody here an amazing week. I mean, we have just Friday left this week, so I wish everybody success in their business, fruitfulness in their business, and everything thereabouts. So see you at the next town hall meeting. Trust me, after this meeting, tomorrow, to be precise, we'll share the key takeaways from this meeting with you so that you can track. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.
Hi, everyone.